Hello everyone, it's DiFusionGaming here for another episode of TWD. Now in this episode, I'm going to be talking about Battle Royale games. I'm not going to be talking about any specific Battle Royale game, but I'm going to be talking about just Battle Royale games in general, what I like about them, what I don't like about them, and my prediction for the future of the games. Just so you know, the only 3 Battle Royale games I've ever played was PUBG, Fortnite, and Royale. Alright, I guess first we'll start off with what I like about Battle Royale games. One thing I like about Battle Royale games is you're always doing something. Like you're either you're scanning for people, you have to focus on aiming, collecting stuff, worry about your health and armor, and you have to use the environment to kind of get around the map and keep yourself out of danger, or put yourself in danger, depends how you play. But yeah, that's what I really like about the game, how you're always doing something. And another thing I like about Battle Royale games is everyone has the same goal. Everyone is going for the win, whatever the game calls winning. And even better is everyone has a different way of completing that goal. Whether it's collecting different weapons, using different weapons, whether you play offensive or defensive, where you land, and the path you take. Everyone will always end up at the same point at the end of the game. And that's another reason why I like Battle Royale games. Now another reason is you only have one life. In most games you just respawn and you just kind of lose a point when you die. But in Battle Royale games, when you die, it's game over. You gotta restart all over again. The only other kind of game that I know about where you just have only one life would probably be IO games. Which I also enjoy those. And finally, the last thing I like about Battle Royale games, at least I can think of, is that every Battle Royale game that I've played has something unique about it. Like for example, Fortnite, you could chop down trees and rocks, build, and you can place things like launch pads to fling yourself in the air so you can go a long distance. With PUBG, there's lots of attachments for a large variety of guns, so the gun system is a bit more complicated where you have different scopes and attachments to adjust the gun a bit. And it focuses more on position in the environment more than just charging in and building, or there's not a lot of cover, you just have to use the hills to your advantage. And with Royale, it has a big class system with each class having different abilities and different class-specific weapons. Clicking a button can give you a rideable mount and another foraging system which allows you to craft gear and potions and all kinds of stuff. Which, when crafting, it also lets people know that you're crafting, so it forces you into battle. Which is nice because it kind of forces some players to be more offensive than defensive. Now here are some of the things I don't like about Battle Royale games. It's not a lot of them. Now one is being sandwiched. In case you don't know what being sandwiched means, it's when let's say, for example, you're fighting someone. You're in an awesome battle, kind of peeking the side of a rock, trying to shoot them, and they're doing the same. But then, in the middle of the battle, someone comes from right behind you and starts shooting at you. So you have no cover. So you have to make some kind of escape if it's possible. So you have to run away and hope everyone's bad at aiming. Or you could try to shoot one of them hoping they're low in HP. It is possible to escape. It's always possible to escape. It's just some places it's easier to escape from this. But yeah, now whenever I play Battle Royale games, I always try to avoid the situation instead of trying not to get myself into it. So when you play the game more, you kind of learn the map a bit more and know where you're likely to be sandwiched. So I try to move around the map in a certain way that'll avoid me from being sandwiched. Make sure I'm always looking out for cover. So if something like that happens, I'll be really prepared for it. But yeah, you eventually get better at that kind of thing over time. Once you get really familiar with the map and possible locations people could be hitting you from. Now the second and last thing I don't like about Battle Royale games I could think of is RNG. Of course, this is basically that for any game. So let's say, for example, you land somewhere in a house and someone lands on the other side of the house. You both run in. You get your weapon. only to realize you have an awful weapon, awful up-close weapon, and the other person has a really good mid-range weapon. And then you just get destroyed without even being able to touch the person at all. Now that's an example of RNG I could think of. Just getting bad weapons or just that kind of stuff. Now this will be my predictions for the future of Battle Royale games. And I'll try to do this in order. Now first thing will most likely see in the future of Battle Royale games is there's going to be more split people. Because there's going to be a point where there are a lot of Battle Royale games coming out. And most of those, like probably at least 90% of those Battle Royale games that come out, will just die right away. No one's going to be playing them. And people will go on the game like, oh, no one's playing, and then they'll stop playing. So those are going to die quick. But the ones that do survive, they will be kind of like eating at the more popular games. Like right now, like Fortnite has a lot of people playing it. But when more smaller Battle Royale games come out, it's going to be taking a small chunk of the audience every time. Up to a point until Fortnite isn't that popular. And then all the Battle Royale games will be split into a lot of small groups. But of course, there will always be the more popular game. Like, eventually, Fortnite's going to be replaced for another big Battle Royale game. And then that's going to be eaten at. And then it'll happen again, and then that'll be eaten by some other Battle Royale games. But I do think there will eventually be, like, modes in the Battle Royale games that aren't 100 people, but there'll be like 10 people in smaller maps. Simply because not enough people are playing the game. So they need to have less people in games. But yeah, I do think one day, not anytime soon, nowhere near soon, but one day in the far, far future, Battle Royale games are going to die. It'll happen eventually. And then after that, I think after the game genre dies, I think that's when VR is going to be a really big thing. Where it's much cheaper in the stores and it's really good. So I think the VR is going to be what brings it back from being dead. Because there will be like VR only Battle Royale games. Which will be pretty cool. But that'll be in the very far future after it dies. But yeah, that's my prediction for the future. And that's going to be the end of this episode of TWD. Hope you enjoyed. And for the question, what is your favorite Battle Royale game? Or what do you like about Battle Royale games? What do you not like about Battle Royale games? Make sure to leave that in the comment below. But yeah, that's gonna be it, so goodbye.